again, my little yarnivores and spiderettes. Fiber Spider back again with another tutorial just for you. And today I am very, very excited because I have another bag for you. This is the virus bag. Yes, it is. And I love how it came out. Well, of course I do, otherwise I wouldn't be showing you guys. Now, this video is sponsored by Lion Brand. Thank you very much, Lion Brand. I appreciate your support as always. And they also, of course, supplied me with the yarn for this particular project. Thank you. Now, as you can see, yes, we have all of these virus motifs going on, and I was inspired by a granny square bag and how it both grew and shrank at the corners. And then I was thinking to myself, what about the virus chevron blanket that you did? So basically what I did was I combined the two to make this bag, and I couldn't be more delighted. So sort of a quick overview. It starts off with the base as you would the virus blanket, but then as it continues up, you're incorporating the decreases just as you would in the virus chevron, while continuing on with your virus motifs in the corners. And then we have the built-in handles. Very, very, very simple, and absolutely love it. Okay, now as far as the yarn that I used, well, different color, of course, but I used, this is Ice Cream Cotton Blend. Now this particular colorway is lime, and the specs for the yarn, it's 3.5 ounces, 225 yards for weight. It is 40%, 47% cotton, 53% acrylic. It's machine washable and dryable. Yay! I love that. And the recommended hook size is a size I. I, however, used, I believe it was a size J, which I'm going to be using today, which is a 6mm hook. The gauge is not really crucial as far as what you're going to be making, because it's not a fitted garment. It's quite all right. So this is lime, and this was chocolate, if I'm not entirely mistaken. Yep, chocolate. And the only thing is that, yes, I did need more than one skein for the bag. Just a smidge more, and I was able to create the bag. So if you want to create this, yeah, you are going to need more than one skein. Now, this was one of my later attempts. My first attempt, actually, was with, I believe it was Mondoa Tweed, and I think this is the colorway Dice, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while since I made this, but I love the transition of colors very, very much. Love it. And then I also made one in the lime as well. Let me scoot those out of the way. And this is so bright and festive, and the yarn is very, very smooth, very pliable. Unlike a lot of the other cotton yarns that I've worked with, this is some nice stuff. And this would make a great beach bag, a great market bag, and I would suggest, though, using a cotton because it has less of a tendency to stretch, like acrylic would. So I would recommend using a cotton or a cotton blend, and this will do the trick. So for today's tutorial, I'm going to be using more of the chocolate colorway because this is some bright stuff, and also it blends into my background. So that being said, we are going to be using the chocolate for today, and this will be a multi-part tutorial because you know me, I like to be thorough, and there's a lot to go over, but you guys can do it. I know you can, and I hope you like it. So let's get started. Okay, round one. I'm going to start with our slip knot, and we are going to chain, I don't know, I'm thinking let's chain 5, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, then do a slip stitch into that first chain to create a ring. Okay, and we're going to be working into our ring. Now, to give us some height, let's chain up 2, and then into our ring, we need 20 double crochets, and that is going to start our base. And just be sure that your initial chain 2 that you did, like I said, it's not a stitch, it just gives us the height that we need. So I've got 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. And I'm going to do the rest of these double crochets off camera, but I am going to show you how to finish the round by slip stitching. I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'm going to do the rest of these 20 off camera. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Okay, so after you have all of your 20 double crochets into that center ring, to finish up round 1, all you're going to do is slip stitch into the top of that first double crochet that we did. Real simple. Ta-da! And then, of course, you can cinch your tail and sew in your end, no problem. I'll do that at some point, but I'm going to keep going. So that is round 1, and let's move on, shall we? Okay. Okay, round 2. It's going to be just as easy. I'm going to start, of course, by chaining up. We're going to chain up 2. Again, it's to give us some height. And now into every stitch, our 20 double crochets, we're going to be doing 2 double crochets into each stitch. So we're going to go from 20 up to 40. And that's really all there is to it for round 2. We're just expanding a bit. So just 2 in each. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And yeah, I am going to do the rest of these off camera, but of course I'm going to get you started. So then when you reach all the way around to the other side into this stitch right here, you would do your last 2 double crochets and then slip stitch into the top of that first double crochet that we did, and that will be the end of round 2. Okay. Okay, round 3, just as easy. We haven't gotten into the nitty-gritty yet, so not to worry. All right, so for round 3, we're going to start by chaining up 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that is actually going to count as a double crochet and a chain 1. So into the next stitch, double crochet, and then chain 1, double crochet into the next stitch, and chain 1, double crochet into the next, and chain 1, double crochet into the next, and chain 1, and so on and so forth all the way around. Now the join is a little bit different, so I'm going to work my way all the way around, and then when I am ready for joining, I'll show you how to do that. Be back in a flash. Okay, so to finish up round 3, I just did my last double crochet, and I need that chain 1 space. So chain 1, and then our slip stitch is going to be not at that chain. It's going to be the third from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, because 3 is the magic number for double crochets. So I'm going to scoot right into there, leaving that chain space alone. And ta-da! And there you go. That is the end of round 3. Okie dokie. Okay, round 4, this is where we're going to start getting into what we think of as far as the virus pattern. So I'm going to start by chaining up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and skip that first space going into the next one with a single crochet. So we have a nice big loop. Now we need 3 small loops. So chain 3, skip a space going to the next with a single, chain 3, skip a space going to the next with a single, and one more, chain 3, skip a space going to the next with a single. So we have 1 big loop, 3 small loops. Now we need 2 big loops. So chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip a space going into the next with a single. Okay, chain 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip a space going into the next with a single. And then back again with our 3 small spaces. So it's 3 small spaces, 2 big spaces, 3 small, 2 big, 3 small, 2 big, until we reach the beginning where we came from. So we've got our 2 big, so now I need 3 small. So chain 3, skip a space going to the next with a single. It's always with a single right now. So chain 3, skip a space going to the next with a single, and I need one more. 1, 2, 3 chains, skip a space going into the next with a single. Now I need my 2 big ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip a space going to the next, chain 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip a space going to the next. Okay, now we need the 3 small ones. Chain 3, skip a space, chain 3, skip a space, and one more. 1, 2, 3, skip a space going into the next. Okay, again, for the 2 big ones, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip a space, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip a space. There we go. Okay, 3 small ones. 1, 2, 3, skip a space. 1, 2, 3, skip a space. 1, 2, 3, skip a space. Okay, and we are back where we came from. So chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip that space going into that last space there with a single crochet. Then slip stitch into, well, you could slip stitch into one of several places. I'm going to slip stitch into the top here or into the top there. I think I'm going to slip stitch into this stitch right here. Either or, you know, it's not really that crucial, quite frankly. And there you go. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so right now you should have 4 groupings of three chains and 4 groupings of the 2 chains, you know, the 5 spaces and the 3 spaces. So it should be 4 and 4. And I know it's rather warbly wavy at the moment, but it will work out. Trust me. I hope you guys trust me. And also, this is the bottom of the bag, and it will fan out a little bit more, and then it will come up. So that's the end of round 4. Okay, round 5. All right, so we need our groupings of our 10 double crochets. So we're going to start by, actually, you know what I am going to do? I'm going to undo that last slip stitch. I'm not 100% satisfied with it. And actually, I'm going to slip stitch into that first chain. It's not crucial, but I'm a bit of a nitpick. Okay, there we go. So from here for round 5, start by chaining up 3. 1, 2, 3. And then into our chain 5 space, we need 9 double crochets. Now it's going to be, this is going to count as our first double crochet. So we need, it's a total of 10. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And yes, I'm going to double count because I'm paranoid. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And it's very, very, very important that you do get the count right. Otherwise, it's going to mess you up later. So that's why I always double count. So from our 10 double crochets, we proceed by going directly into the chain 3 space with a single crochet. And then we need some more chain 3 spaces. So 1, 2, 3 chains, single crochet into the next space. 1, 2, 3, single crochet into the next chain 3 space. And now we need 2 groupings of 10 double crochets. It's going to be a total of 20. So going directly from that single crochet, going into the chain 5 space with 10 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then into the next chain 5 space, 10 double crochets. No chains or anything in between, just go right in. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so I should have a total of 20. So let's see, I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Perfect. Okay, great. So now moving right along, single crochet into the next chain 3 space, chain 3, single crochet into the next chain 3 space, chain 3, single crochet into the next chain 3 space, like so. So we had 3 of our chain spaces. Now we've only got 2. Okay, so again, going into our chain 5 spaces, we would again do 10 in this one, 10 in this one, then single crochet into the next chain 3 space, chain 3, single crochet into this space, chain 3, single crochet into this space, and then 10 doubles, 10 doubles. It's pretty much the same thing for the rest of the round. And then, see, we have our chain 3, chain 3, chain 3. Then we have our chain 5 right here. So you would do your 10 double crochets into this chain 5 space, and then do a slip stitch to the top of this first chain 3. So you would do a slip stitch right into here. Okay. So right into there, you do your slip stitch, and that will end round 5 for you. Okay, it's really coming along, and these colors, love the colors. Makes me hungry. All right, I'll meet back up with you for round 6. Okay, round 6, really, really easy, especially because we don't have to worry quite so much about counting. Not my forte, I'll be the first to tell you. All right, so to begin round 6, you start by chaining up 3, and that first chain of 3 is going to count as our first double crochet. Now, into the next 9 stitches, we need double crochets for a total of 10 double crochets. So I've got 1, and you're just stitching into each stitch. It's real simple. So I've got 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Now, going directly from here into our chain 3 space with a single crochet, then chain 3, single crochet into the next chain 3 space. Okay, now here is a bit of a trick. Okay, we have a single crochet right here. We do not want to mistake that as one of our double crochets. The double crochet is right here. Okay, so when you're doing your 20 double crochets all the way across this arch here, make sure to not go into that single crochet. I've said this a whole bunch of times when I've done this stitch, and I can't stress it enough, otherwise it will mess up your stitch count. So skipping that single crochet, going into the double crochet with your double crochets, and we're going to be doing a total of 20. And we're not doing any chains or anything, it's just solid double crochets. So I've got 4 already. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And of course the air is going on because it is hot today. Okay, so, and you can see down here, this is where the 10 and 10 were separated by that single crochet down there. So we just need 10 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Here we go. Okay, so then after doing your 20 double crochets, again, you would single crochet into the chain 3 space, chain 3, single crochet into the next chain 3 space, and again, be sure not to go into that single crochet, going into the double crochets, going into each one for, again, a total of 20. And yes, I'm going to do the rest of this off camera, but I think that that is enough to get you going. So go all the way around to your 20 double crochets, then single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, 20 double crochets, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, and then when you get up to this patch, you do 10 double crochets, and then do your slip stitch into the top third chain, and it pays to make them a little bit loose. I didn't make mine loose, so yeah, it would be into the top of this third chain here to complete round 6. Okay, so I'll meet back up with you for round 7. Coming along. Okay. Okay, round 7. Okay, now, very much like when we started, we had a round, and then we had our double, and then we had our round with the chain 1 spaces. That's what we're going to be doing right now. So, to begin with, we need to chain up 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that's going to count as a double crochet and a chain 1 space. And then into every double crochet, we just do a double crochet. It's quiet again. So this is a double crochet, chain 1 space, and a double crochet. From here, chain 1, double crochet into the next double crochet. Chain 1, double crochet into the next double, and so on and so forth. Chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and we should have a total of 10 double crochets separated by chain 1 spaces. Oh. It thought it could get away from me. Okay, so what do we got? We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Perfect. Okay, so from here, again, being careful not to mistake that single crochet as a double crochet stitch. No. All right, so from here, going to sort of bridge the gap. We're going over this chain 3 space, and after doing our after our double crochet, we don't do any chains in between. You could, but I don't. So going directly from here into our next double crochet on the other side with a double crochet. Again, be very careful not to use that single crochet. We're going into the doubles, just the doubles. So double crochet into there with a double, chain 1, and then double into the double, chain 1, double in the double, chain 1, double in the double, and then chain 1, double in the double. It's like a 1920s precursor to the Charleston. Okay, so basically that's all you're going to be doing is doing your double crochets separated by chain 1 spaces and then bridging the gap. I'm going to show you that again once I get there. And that is what we're going to be doing for the rest of the round. And this is 20 of them, so it takes a bit longer, but it's worth it. It's trying to be elusive. Well, for all of its elusiveness, I am very tenacious. Okay, pull out some more yarn. And we are almost there. We're almost to the bridging the gap. But yeah, I am going to double count because that's what I do. It's a lot easier to fix a mistake when it's only one round down. A lot harder when it's much further up. Okay, so we've got our last gap bridged. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Yay! Okay, so going directly from here into the next double crochet on the other side, skipping the single crochet, the chain 3 space, and the single crochet, going into that double crochet with the double crochet, and continue on with my chaining of 1, double crochet into the next, and so forth. All right, so then what you're going to want to do is continue on in this fashion all the way over these 20, and then bridge the gap over these 20, bridge the gap, and then do these 10. And then when you reach this last one, very much like we did down here, going to do your last double crochet into this one right here, then chain 1 and slip stitch to the top 3rd chain, okay, of this double crochet here. And that will finish round 7 for you. Alrighty, be right back. Okay, so after completing round 7, your piece should look something like this, I hope, yes. And this is the base of the bag. Now, I did do a little bit of experimenting further to see, can you make the bag bigger? Technically, yes. As far as the base of the bag, yes, you can make it bigger. However, and I stress this, if you continue going on in the virus blanket method and then incorporating the technique to make the sides go up and the divots in the center, yes, it can work, except for the fact that it will be huge. And when I say huge, the base of the bag will be absolutely gigantic, which, if that's what you're going for, for holding a lot of, blankets or what have you, and it's laundry day, yeah, you could go that route, but I wanted for this to be more of a market bag, a tote bag, something a bit more approachable. So yeah, this is going to be the base of our bag. And in the next part, we're going to build up the corners and decrease the sides with the sort of chevron technique that I came up with, the decreasing technique. And I'm going to show you how that will be done. So again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for Lion Brand sponsoring me. Thank you. I appreciate it oh so much. And all of you for watching, thank you. And if you're liking this so far, give a little thumbs up button down below. The link to this yarn will be in the description box down below as well. Yes. And until next time, I want all of you to stay inspired, stay caffeinated, stay stitching, and stay safe. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next part of this tutorial. You have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.